This is the harsh truth of why private tutors will not get you fluent. I'm Jordan Darko. This is Yo Spanish, the fastest way for business professionals to become conversational in Spanish in 90 days or less. Now, private tutors, a lot of people talk about private tutors and native Spanish tutors. Like, what are they actually teaching you? Yes, they're teaching you Spanish, but is it beneficial to you? Are you moving the needle along? Are you getting better on a daily basis? Are you improving as time goes by? Or are you just stagnant and staying in the same place? Months, even years go by and you're still in the same place. Okay, so when it comes to choosing a tutor, you need to think about what it is you're actually doing. Just because their surname sounds Latino, Fernandez or Palacios, doesn't mean that they have the requirements necessary and needed to teach you. Are you qualified to teach English? And I'm not talking about having a certificate or a degree. I mean, do you know what you're doing when it comes to teaching English? Yes, you're a native English speaker, but do you know what you're doing? So I meet native English speakers out here from Australia, Canada, the USA, the UK, even from like the Netherlands and Sweden. And they're teaching they're teaching English to Colombians. And I've met people when I was in Spain, in Barcelona, with my student Lucy Bronze, the professional football player for England. Again, I've met these native English teachers, just because they're native, they teach English to Spanish speakers. But do they speak Spanish? Some yes, some no, some yeah. So there's the first hurdle. Can you communicate properly with your students' native tongue to explain to them in great detail what they need to know? That's one problem. But let's say you do speak the language, you both speak both languages, but you grew up speaking it in the house, maybe a British Latino or a Canadian Latino or whatever. Do you know the language to a deep enough level? Do you know the past form of the verb to eat? You're probably going to say ate, right? It's wrong. It's eaten. To speak? Is it spoke? No, it's spoken. Again, a lot of people, a lot of my students, they're like, wow, like I didn't even know that my English needed work. And again, it's just the greater details. Are these private tutors? Are they going into the relevant detail, not just any detail? Because a lot of them will go into grammar detail and vocabulary, and they go off the beaten track, and it's just way too much. It's way overboard. Some of them are just very vague, just very vague, and they don't really give you anything. They're just teaching you anything and everything about Spanish. Just this random word, this random phrase, and there's no real structure and progress. Okay, so you're learning about Spanish, but are you actually learning the beneficial Spanish, the Spanish that will benefit you? Is it efficient? Is it effective the way that you're learning, or you're just learning everything and anything under the sun that has anything to do with Spanish? And this is, a lot of people, and I know business professionals, 6-figure, 7-figure, 8-figure business professionals, even out here in Colombia, that they're acing it in their job, in their work, in their career, in their business. They invest in the best marketing. They spend a lots every month on ads, and they hire the best talent for their team, the best employees. They make sure their website is looking good, and everything is done properly, and it's done to the greatest detail. And it's you can tell they've invested a lot of time, finance, energy, quality, in everything that they're doing with their business, and that's why their business is succeeding. But then when it comes to learning Spanish, just find any guy or girl with a Spanish sounding surname, and this person's there. I guess I'll give them whatever they, $10 an hour, cool, $5 an hour. Wow, great, yeah, teach me Spanish. you know, it's like, yeah, you can buy you can get a Ford Fiesta and a Lamborghini. Are both cars. They both do the same things, but one is a Lamborghini, and this is what it costs, and this is the requirements to be able to even qualify to get a Lamborghini, and this is the Ford Fiesta that everybody can just drive, the Honda Civic. All right, it's not the same thing. So again, where I'm going with this is, does your tutor have a game plan? Is there a philosophy? Is there a proven process and system that you will follow that gets results? Or is it just a Spanish sounding surname tutor that can just give you some Spanish classes? Because you can find millions of Spanish tutors, but are they any good? You can find so many football, soccer coaches, but are they any good? Do they know what they're doing? Do they understand the process? Do they know how to teach? My last student for piano, I'm a professional piano player if you don't know that already, in London. She was actually a Spanish teacher in a school in London. And with her previous tutor she had for 6 months, she could barely play 2 songs. And they weren't even songs that she really wanted to play. They're the songs that the tutor told her to play. And she had like a notepad of like paragraphs and pages of text and theory and about the piano and about the piano theory, and it's just extra, like pages and pages of highlighters. And but she could play like 2 songs after, like the outcome, the results, like 2 songs after 6 months. But with me, after 6 weeks, she was already on song number 3. And this is All of Me, John Legend, Lewis Capaldi, Someone You Loved, I think it's called, Coldplay, Clocks. These are songs that she wanted to learn, and her motivation was high. The results were there, and she asked me. I asked her, "What do you want to do with the piano? What's your goal with the piano?" She said to me, "I want to be able to play the piano occasionally out and about in London on the public pianos in the train station, just like you do sometimes. You know, be able to walk past and play a few songs, and people maybe give me a round of applause, and some people film me and watch, and maybe a little chit chat, and I go about my business the rest of the day." So that was her goal that she wanted. So then that enabled me to craft a game plan to give to her that gave her her goals as fast as possible. So I basically just got rid of all the extra jargon that she didn't need to be able to get her to her goal fastest. But the previous tutor wasn't thinking about her, he was thinking about himself. Oh, this is what you must do in terms of the piano. The piano has to be done like this. No one cares how it has to be done. What does the student want? And where is the student going? And how can we get that student to the fastest, get that student to their goal in the fastest possible way? And that's all I do. And if it comes to being a chef, I kind of like cooking-ish, especially meat. If I was a chef, for example, and I decided, okay, I'm going to get really good at cooking, I can get really good at cooking. I know I can do that. I've proven it before with the piano, with Spanish, I can do that. And I'm going to be better than 80% of everybody who's teaching how to cook. I guarantee you that. And again, that's not me blowing my own trumpet. It's me explaining that I know how to learn, and more importantly, I know how to teach. Okay, I just know how to do it. And the FlowChat method, Yo Spanish, of course, under my guidance, alongside my brother, the FlowChat method is my game plan, my system, my trials and errors that I went through learning Spanish, put into an easy to follow step-by-step plan that takes you from wherever you are, 0 or wherever you may be, to fluent or conversational in 90 days. It will get you to fluent in the end. If you want to have one-to-one sessions with one of our coaches and myself, you can do that, and I can definitely get you to the fluent. It won't be in 3 months. It will be closer towards 6 months to a year. But if you're committed and you do what I say, I will get you there 100%, or you get your money back. And that's our guarantee. But if you want to get conversational in Spanish in 90 days or less, and you're serious, the FlowChat method will get you there. We give you the Spanish that you need from the very beginning, tailor-made to you, especially if you're going to do one-to-one sessions. We're going to make it tailor-made. So the phrases that you're going to need to know on a daily basis, on a day-to-day basis, if you're a chef, again with the chef, if you're a chef, like like put it on the, like take it off the fire, or give me that, or pass the, whatever phrases that you would need, okay? And that's from the very first hour. Then we take you onto a topic, a little section where it's 14 words that you can use, and it will enable you to speak in the future, in the present, and in the past with 5 different people. So I, you, we, he, she, they, and you will be able to say what somebody's doing in the present, future, and past, and 5 different people, just using 14 words and Spanish dictionary with the vocab here and there. And we show you how to construct your own sentence very, very simply, okay? And this is within the first 3 to 5 hours, maybe less, depending on how fast you go. And this is how quickly you're going to be understanding and able to create your own sentences, because that's what we focus on, creating your own sentences. We don't care about giving you the fish so you remember this phrase, remember that phrase. We care about giving you the fishing net so you can create your own phrases and create your own sentences. Okay, we start you off with phrases, relevant phrases. 70% of the time when you meet somebody new, you're going to be saying the same things. So we give you those phrases, okay? And again, listen to what I'm talking about. This is the detail that you need when it comes to learning a language. This is why I could learn Italian in a month. I could become conversational in Italian in 1 month. I know like less than 10 phrases in Italian, maybe like 10 words in Italian, and that's it. And I could become conversational in Italian in 1 month. Yes, it's quite similar to Spanish. Yes, I understand. But again, it's the same fundamentals. I know where to start. I know what to look for. I know what to be searching, researching. I know where to not look and leave alone like the days of the week. Nobody cares about that until you need to say the day of the week. But you don't need to start with like a Monday is this, Tuesday is this, Wednesday is this. No, you don't need to do that. Okay. So we give you this game plan, and again, start with relevant phrases, then get you creating your own sentences, and then we tell you the and in English we show you the breakdown of sentence structure and verb structure in English, and we tell you, okay, you got a sentence. What does a sentence consist of? Words. What types of words? Naming words, describing words, connecting words, action words or verbs. And then we start to look at them in further depth and how they correlate to each other, how you can mix and match. And once you understand an action word very well, and a naming word very, very well, and a describing word, you can start piecing them together and making your own sentences. And it changes your whole perspective of Spanish and how you look at it and how you make sense of it and how you can use it, okay? We're talking about understanding what's being said. I can translate what's being said versus deep level comprehensive understanding to the point where you can take what you're absorbing, regurgitate it, and say whatever you want, however you want, whenever you want, okay? So again, back to the tutors. A lot of tutors just do not have the right, they don't have the detail that is needed to be able to give you the Spanish the level in Spanish that you really want, okay? It's very vague or it's very overboard, okay? We are very accurate with the way that we teach you, and our coaches teach the same way that I teach. It's very accurate, it's very laser focused, and especially if you're doing one-to-one, it's tailored to you, all right? So again, when you're searching for a tutor, think about what is it that they're actually offering. Are they good at teaching? Do they know how to teach? Do they have a specific game plan that I can follow that I'm confident will get me conversational in 90 days or less? Or are they just another Spanish tutor that just say, hey, I can give you Spanish lessons? Okay, so you can get access to our coaching at yospanishoffical.com. You can have one-to-one sessions with one of our Yo Spanish coaches who are fluent in English and also fluent in Spanish. But as I've described, they teach exactly the same way that I teach, and they use the FlowChat method to do so. So you're going to get exactly the same teaching from myself or from one of our Yo Spanish coaches. Or you can have one-to-one sessions with myself. You can apply for one-to-one sessions with me, and if we believe that we are going to be a fit, then you can sign up and have one-to-one sessions with myself. Also, you can practice speaking Spanish in a judgment-free zone with other like-minded people like yourself who are on the same journey at yospanishroleplay.com. That's yospanishroleplay.com. And you can have 3 sessions a week, 12 a month with one of our Yo Spanish coaches. And there are 2 evening sessions in New York time and 1 evening session London time in Europe. And you can do that on a monthly basis. You'll be a part of a group, and you can practice speaking if you don't have anybody to speak Spanish with, you don't know anyone to speak Spanish, or you're just a bit shy to speak with strangers. You can do that in a nice bubble, a nice zone, a nice judgment-free zone. And you can do that every single week. Yo Spanish Official is our TikTok. Yo Spanish Official is our Instagram. And you can like, subscribe, comment, and share this video if you want to. If you don't, that's up to you. And I will see you on the next video as always. My name is Jordan Darko. This is Yo Spanish. Vamos pues.